This is a graph of some common reasons why books are banned in America, and these are some common titles that you will find of banned books in America, so I will leave these up front. If you would like to look at them, please feel free. Tools in which we use to educate our children with books are simple and evident. Use scholarly sources when we give them information. We ensure that our children are given opportunities to share what they've learned and even challenge what they may doubt. And we make sure that we ban books that we don't want them reading or that we feel may tarnish their pure, innocent minds. When I use the phrase banned books, several titles or authors may come to mind. For this speech, I will be using the term banned to describe a book that is blocked in a certain area of the country and not in America as a whole. So today I will be examining 3 different books, what those books are about, and why they may be banned in certain locations. So Susan Lyman wrote an article on Quora.com, and it states that the book Animal Farm by George Orwell has been banned in as many as 126 countries in its lifetime. And in the book, the animal characters spend their time trying to achieve some type of animal-ran utopia per the direction of a boar named Major. And he tells the animals about his grand idea, and it's basically that one day there will be a world where no humans are running around telling animals what to do or what they're going to be used for. And there's not going to be any humans telling animals that they're going to be used for their own personal gain. So the book that many of us may have seen in history or psychology courses has been banned or at least challenged by parents and schools all over the US because of its obvious political theme and theories. And although there are many interpretations of the book's meaning, the author actually stated that the book is about events leading up to the Russian Revolution of 1917. Much like this tense, politically themed book, another popular title has been banned or challenged in schools across America. Even I recall having to get a permission slip signed by my mom to read The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger.
I know, like all of it, I had to read.
In 1951, the American classic The Catcher in the Rye is considered for many to be one of the greatest books of all time. So why would it be banned in so many areas? The simplest answer to that question is because the book is so crude. The classic book details the journey of a psychologically challenged teen named Holden. That shouldn't be a really huge deal, but the book is banned due to its level of vulgarity and the mentions of violence throughout the novel. There aren't many passages that you can actually get through without reading over a curse word or some type of vulgar slang. Also, many people compare Holden's story to Huckleberry Finn. The Mark Twain work, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, is another book that is challenged and banned in several areas across the United States. Finally, The Catcher in the Rye was banned in 1987 altogether in a South Dakota school for some questionable references made in the book. It amazes me that the book is so well known and banned in several areas of the country. But what about authors? This next book is not only banned, but it was written by one of the most censored authors in history. And that book is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. In a New Africa magazine article, Leslie Gordon calls Maya Angelou the most banned author in America when she refers to the autobiography I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. In her story, Angelou takes us through her life, her traumas, and her personal triumphs achieved through poetry. This novel is mostly banned in the southern United States. In one Alabama school, the book was successfully banned because it illustrated, this is a quote, bitterness and hatred towards whites, reads the New Africa magazine article. Reacting subtly to the mild outrage, Angelou simply stated, "I'm always sorry that people ban my books." She also said, "Many times my books are banned by people who never read 2 sentences." Whether a book is banned for content, its theme, or any underlying messages it may portray, people will always find a way to access them. It's important for us to channel our First Amendment rights when it comes to sharing this information, but it's also important that writers are encouraged to share their art with the world. As I stated before, The Catcher in the Rye is thought to be one of the greatest books of all time. Some places even ban religious texts like the Bible. If we limit access to the information in these novels and the experiences that we can put ourselves through by reading them, we're ultimately hindering ourselves and our mental growth.